your attention, please? It's time.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up TV, man. Back with another live stream, man. Back with another live stream that's going to blow your mind, man. We got it for you today. Listen, today we're doing Let's Talk Relationships. Let's Talk Relationships. This is episode 5. Episode 5. Look, we're having meaningful conversations about relationships, man. Meaningful conversations about relationships in the 2024. So listen, these conversations are not easy to happen. Our guests, they come on the show and they're actually talking about, relationships. They're giving you their honest opinions of how they feel about the dating game in 2024, man. So these are really, really non-scripted conversations about dating. So we're going to get this going real fast. I'm bringing my first guest. My first guest is coming back again. Goes by the name of Sebastian from Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, Bastion?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing? It's me again. You already know all my social media posts, so just enjoy the show. We're gonna try to speak honest and open.
Mm-hmm. All right, and our last guest goes by the name of Unique. She's coming from Atlanta, Georgia. What's up, Unique?
Hello, everyone. I am Unique. And if you want to reach me after this, you can follow me on social media at unique_forever_17.
Great. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. How you doing today? How you guys doing today?
Good, refresh.
Yeah.
I'm doing great.
You good?
Doing great.
All right, man. Listen, man, I want to thank you guys for coming on, man, having these conversations about dating in 2024. These conversations are really good to have because, the conversations are stimulating, man. You get to actually converse about real topics, man, real conversations about relationships, man, the do's and the don'ts, the red flags, everything that can make a relationship or break a relationship. So these are really important conversations. This is episode 5. So we're going to get it going. I want to get you guys' opinion on something, right? How you feel about this? This is just like an icebreaker. So let me get you guys' opinion on how you guys feel about this. This is Scottie Pipkin's ex-wife. She is 48 years old. And the gentleman is Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan. He's 31 years old. So they have a very large age gap. So I wanted to know how you guys felt about that, man. They're different. I mean, do they really have anything in common? Let's talk about it, man.
Want me to start off?
Yeah. Go ahead.
To me, they're not like, the age gap really doesn't matter at a certain age. After 30, it doesn't matter. And she's not like just 48 and sloppy. She looks good for her age. Mm-hmm. And to me, she would have never talked to him if he didn't have no money. She'll probably talk to somebody closer to her age. I would say that. And I wouldn't say they wouldn't have nothing in common because we don't know them personally. People be bonding off of different things besides age and looks. But I really don't have a problem with that. I don't think he's too young. He's 31.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Unique? What do you think about as she gets older and he gets older? You think then it will be a really divide between their ages would start to show? Like when she gets 60 and he's still in his 40s or whatever.
Well, to me, age is not really a factor. It's really about a mindset because he could be younger and have more health issues than her or act older than her. So to me, it's all about energy. Age only could play a certain factor for so long. I know people that's 48 that still acts like they're 23 years old, and somebody that's 23 acts on their grown man shit.
Yeah, I definitely can't agree with that. What about you, Sebastian?
I mean, I don't have a problem with the age, but it's just like her husband played with this fellow's father, so he had some interactions with her while he was a kid, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just strange, I mean, to each his own. I wouldn't have went that direction because you got to realize they were friends. I mean, they had a little fallout some years ago, but you know, they kind of still communicate. So I don't think it's a good look just because of who her ex-husband is and who his father is. That would be my issue with the situation. Some stuff you just don't mess. It's like messing with your best friend's ex or something like that. That's not a good look. Or messing with your one of your best friend's kids or one of your friends' kids. Somebody that I'll just say one of your close, somebody that you work with on a professional level, and y'all was like I wouldn't say teammates, but like executives together in a company. I wouldn't talk to somebody's, child that we had something going on. So that's the only problem I see going on with that. For me, that would be the problem. If I was him, I wouldn't have talked to her, but it is what it is.
Well, if I look at that in that aspect, to piggyback what you said, the age doesn't matter, but the respect, because I stand on loyalty, she was dead wrong for that. They was both wrong. She even agrees to that.
Yeah. Well, why do y'all think Michael Jordan himself has a problem with it? I guess, Sebastian, because he played basketball with this guy's father. I mean, with this guy's with her husband. He played basketball and they played a couple of years and they won championships. So they went through a lot of things together. So it's
and he probably got a lot of first-hand knowledge.
I want to say
he got a lot of first-hand knowledge about her character, what she does, because again, they were together for, man, you talking about like 8 years or something, 7 years. They were together as teammates, and so I'm sure they intermingled. So I'm sure he was around his wife and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't have messed with it though. It's just way off for me.
I don't know. So Unique, what is the largest, if you don't mind me asking, what is the largest age gap you would date a man? Under or below?
Well, I usually date older men. I never dated young men.
Okay.
So to me, it's like probably.
So this is strange then. If you only date older men, she's dating a man way under her age.
Right. She's considered a cougar. So, but I mean, that's what people do. It's like a young woman dating an older guy. But I don't do it for the money or anything. Really about the mentality. A lot of men are immature naturally. So me dating an older man, it has nothing to do with money because I got my own. But it's the maturity thing for me because I feel like I grew up very quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Sebastian, when you're actually dating someone, when you're having those long, meaningful conversations, getting to know each other, if we got an age gap, if we can still talk and communicate and hold a great conversation, then I'm good with it. But when it becomes a fact that, well, we can't even hardly talk together because your mind is here and my mind is here, I'm gonna throw up a red flag myself because I got to be able to talk to you. We got to be able to sit there and break bread, have a long conversation because communication in that relationship is everything. It's everything. We got to be able to talk and be about what we're talking about. But if we can't even sit and communicate because your mind is here and my mind is there, and we on two different chapters of our life, I would throw up a red flag. But I really want to say my dating, I usually date below. I usually date below my age. I would say 6 to 9, maybe 6 to 9 years younger than me, something like that. But usually with those,
when you take in consideration the mindset though, because you said that the mindset, because does age really matter then? To me, age wouldn't matter because if we're referring to just the mindset, you could talk to somebody younger and they could be immature. You are blaming on the age. What about somebody that's your same age that's still immature? Yeah,
you're right. You're correct. I wouldn't date them. Yeah, I wouldn't date them if your mind is not right and you're immature. I'm not dating you anyway. Right. Are you single, Unique?
I'm actually engaged.
Okay, great. Congratulations. Nice. Yeah, it's just dating, man, is already goddamn hard. So then when you put obstacles in there, you put extra obstacles in there, it's like, man, things gotta be on point, man.
Yeah, well, I think they got a lot to talk about because both of them, her husband and his dad were winning championships, so they can talk about the Bulls a lot, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's go into our next one. The next one is, and I'm curious, Sebastian, I want to ask you, if this was your son, I want to personally asked you if this was your son, what would you say, Sebastian, to your son?
Yeah, I'd have told him it's not a good look. It's not a good idea.
No,
you know
not
what I'm
that
saying?
one.
Because
Sebastian, not that one. The next one. The next one.
okay, what you got?
Here we go. Here we go. All right. So this is a 22-year-old NBA player, Jalen Green, and he has gotten pregnant. The female is Drea Michelle, and she's 39. So 22 and 39. If that was your son, Sebastian, what would you be saying?
I mean, it's a little too late now, but before when they first start linking up, I'd have had the conversation of, you fella, you sure this is what you want to do? I think this lady is some kind of reality TV star, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she
but
is.
I'm like, so you know, you got to kind of understand who you actually dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen one reality TV show that's not just a hot mess. So to me, it just seems like it would have been a bad idea. So I'd have had that conversation with him in the first place. But again, it's you got to deal with them consequences. But
Yeah.
I let him know, hey, it's not a good look to be messing with somebody that's involved in reality TV and, you know, and all over the place, you know. So I think that's the same young lady that she had a bunch of relationships. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have brought it to his attention, but again, the decision is yours. You got to live with it. I ain't got to mess with it.
Right.
So
right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You got to deal with it. But that's for a young man at 22 years old. Sebastian, he got out of high school 3-4 years ago.
Yeah. He in the NBA. He making that money. That's why they snatched him up like that. That's why Coach Prime had the one lady to come show up at his with his team and talk to him about the traps and what these women doing. They actually are planning up and setting up to be with these men, these NBA, NFL players. They know you hot in college, or you're gonna be a high draft pick. So they putting their claws in you early. So they trying to get that check. They want to be a part of their lifestyle. So you gotta be careful.
Sebastian, all I'm saying, the dude just got out of high school 4 years ago or so. You know what I'm saying? So now he involved with a woman that's almost 40 years old. So he don't know how to please that woman. He don't know how to please that woman. I mean, he's 22 years old. She's gonna have to show him everything. Now, Unique, I thought women love to have a man that's gonna show them something, that's gonna teach them something about life. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. I don't know why. You might have to log. Nah, I can't hear you now. Might have to log out, and log back in. Yeah, Sebastian. Usually women want they want an experienced man, right? They want to experience.
Yeah, what I'm saying, but again, when you in that mindset of I'm trying to get in on this young man's fame, she gonna be teaching him. I'm gonna show you some stuff you ain't never seen. So now he mesmerized.
Oh,
you pull that young fella right on into some places and he ain't ready to go, and it's hard to let go. He like Harlem Nights, you know what I'm saying? Mama, I ain't never coming back. You know what I'm saying? He locked in. Sunshine done got him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what Sunshine don't play.
Yeah, trouble.
She does not play. I think Unique is having a little issue here. Let's see if we can get her back in. Yeah. But she's not clicked in yet. But yeah, Sebastian, I don't know. I would tell my son, you know, that's a full woman right there. That's a real woman right there, son. You know, when you the way she moves and the way she talks, she's not talking like a teenager female. You know, she's talking about a well-groomed woman that's been in several relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So she know the lingo she know the lingo and the talk to get you where she needs you to be at.
I think it's almost safe to say that she'll be a step in front of him the whole time.
Yeah, he'll be behind the curve a little bit, but hopefully he'll mature fast, because it's going, you know, it'll definitely be a lot of lessons learned in that situation.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Even a lot of like right now in the news, she stated that she's getting since they announced that she's pregnant, she stated that she's getting a lot of criticism about the whole relationship now. So I think people may have been looking at it as okay, they're seeing each other, but once once she became pregnant, I think a lot of people were like, okay, this is crazy. She's pregnant from a 22-year-old and she's 39. So, people are turning, they don't really have nothing to say, because people will be people. But now that you bring the kid together, now you bringing a kid into this life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a check for 18 years, there, bro.
Yeah.
He can't get away from that check. He's gonna be paying that for a while. Now, as his salary goes up, that check gonna go up. So
yeah, and then on top of that, Sebastian, now the rumor is, what they say, when you read the comments on the different articles and stuff, the articles say that sooner or later she's gonna drop him and he gonna be paying her. You're gonna be paying her, what, 15,000 child support or something crazy like that. So it is what it is.
He's a talented NBA player, so I'm sure his salary gonna go up a bunch. And so as your salary go up, the payment's gonna go up. So again, you got to make wise decisions, especially being a professional, or know that you on top of your business and getting stuff squared away financially. You better be on top of your game, because stuff can come in and change that fast.
Right. Unique, are you back?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So listen,
I
wanted to say,
but I can hear y'all.
Yeah, I wanted to say, so we were talking that he's only 22 and she's 39. Now, I know we were talking about the age thing. Most people didn't have nothing to say about it until she got pregnant. So now they're bringing a life into this world. Now, a bunch of comments and stuff has been said that she's just going to drop him and he's going to wind up paying her this boatload in child support. What do you think?
I think she's dead wrong. She definitely preyed on him. It's not like she's a woman that's older coming to the table with no kids. This girl got 2 kids, 2 different baby daddies. She's very much the problem. And if I was his mother, I would have been against it since day one, before her getting pregnant. This boy is too young. He's way too young. He don't know nothing that he's doing, and he didn't sign so many deals. He's gonna be paying her for the rest of her life. Is why, to me, she did it, because she was a reality star. You're not hot no more. She might think she's the prettiest girl, but girl, you're not the it girl no more.
Yeah.
So to me, you try to secure your bag, and she's selfishly getting what she deserved. I hate what she's going through being pregnant, but you selfishly did this. You know, what do you see in this man just because he has money? It's men that's football players that's 30-something years old. But to me, she targeted him and trapped him. Girls can trap men too.
Yeah. What do you think she see when she see a 22-year-old boy and she's 39? I told Sebastian, I guess like 4 years ago, he just graduated high school or whatever. I was like, what did she see when she see him? What did she see? Did she see like a future husband or a future, her life? What did she see? Because he's 22.
She's seen control. She's in control. She's a bitter woman, and to me, you're unmarried. You have 2 kids already. Why are you not married? She's seen control. She can control him.
Yeah.
He saw that check. That's what she saw. Oh, he's in the NBA. Yeah. Oh, he rise and star. I know he's gonna be making money. I'm gonna get it right.
So Sebastian, it sounds like you trying to say she wouldn't date a regular 22-year-old. That wasn't.
No. her whole life has been about money. Again, she's a reality star, so everything that she's been on has been just something to try to get a come up. So she saw this young fella, and he was a come up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They, you know what? Also, man, like someone should have been in that fella as soon as he got into the NBA. Matter of fact, I want to say they did. Pull him to the side and talk to him when he was going to the NBA about this situation. And I want to say somebody got to him, but hey, if you don't listen, I can talk to you talk to you forever. But if you don't listen, I can't do nothing with it. I don't know. All right, guys, I want to ask you guys, do you guys know what a white liver is? A white liver?
No, I never heard of that.
So I heard it, and I looked it up. So a white liver is a highly sexual charged female. I didn't know that. A nympho. Dude says, man, I thought I was going to smash her and lay her out, but that chick had a white liver. Like he thought he was gonna, have really good sex and dominate her or whatever. And he said that she had a white liver. I had never heard that word before, but it's called a white liver.
No, back in my day, we called her Adina Howard.
Yeah, white liver, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? And I don't even know if I want a white liver, Sebastian. That white liver drive you damn crazy, man.
Right.
We're talking highly, like every minute of the day. She got time for it, bro. She got time for it.
Yeah, that's you have men like that as well. It's just they do too much. You know what I'm saying? Again, I call it the porno syndrome. You know what I'm saying? You watch all that porn, so in your mind, you believe that this is how sexual encounters supposed to be, just often and rough and just crazy. But that's not how it works. But because we so locked in and we so hyper sexualized in our community now, and just watching all this crazy stuff. So now your mentality is going here. We having sex every day, because if you look at every movie, it's all these passionate sex scenes in the movie. So in your mind, you believing this is reality. That's not reality. In a relationship, that's you ain't having no conversation. Every word out your mouth is, "Hey, we're gonna have sex. Hey, let's go. Come on, let's go. I'm ready. Come on." That stuff is like for the birds. But again, when you grew up doing all that crazy stuff and watching all that crazy stuff and just filling your spirit and soul with all that craziness, it gets you on a track to where you kind of confused and believe that that's the way to go when it's actually not the way.
I was just about to say, to me, a person that's overly sexually active like that is somebody dealing with trauma.
Yeah.
Because it's not normal to me. It's like, that's not okay. In a relationship, y'all have sex, but if y'all both busy taking business trips and moving around, that's not realistic. Not even saying you don't want to have sex, but to have that mindset and to want to be dominated or dominate others, to me that's trauma.
Yeah. I see that. Unique. All right,
go ahead.
We're gonna get into our first video, man, and I want you guys to react to this first video. Now, I think you know me, Sebastian, Unique, you getting to know me, but Sebastian, I pull people over. Listen, I was in Walmart and I asked a female, I let her see this video. I said, "Can you break this down for me?" I asked another female, "Can I show you a video?" And they're like, "Yeah, show me the video." And I asked like 3 or 4 different ladies. They all kind of had a different opinion about what this video means. But we're gonna put Unique on the spot here. I'm gonna let Unique talk first. Sebastian, then we gonna talk. All right. I want to know what exactly Unique. I want you to tell us, how do we do this? How is this done? Ready? Here we go.
I'll give you my womb. Go ahead. Listen, if I get around you and you make me feel like I could turn my mind off, like I'm fully protected, baby, what you want? What you need? How can I make you happy? Yeah. That's so underrated. When you could just get around a man, you feel so protected that you could just go to sleep and turn your mind off. Come on. If you bring the little girl up out of me, I'm goofy and I'm silly. I just want to play around you. I just want to be cute. Only thing I'm worried about is bringing my lip gloss and my phone out the house. Yeah, come on, let's go ahead and get married. Let's go ahead and get married. I give you all 5 of the kids that you want. All of them. All of them. I give you my womb. Go ahead.
All right. So I think the video is called Big Daddy Energy. But the floor is yours, Unique. I want to listen to what you have to say.
Well, she said it, protected. When a woman feels protected, a woman naturally is going to love a man, because we're just emotional like that. So if she feels protected, she feels safe, you're her safe net, she's going to do everything. Even if she don't want to have kids, she going to have kids. Even if she don't cook, she going to learn how to cook. And a lot of men are losing to protecting their woman, protecting their feelings, taking them in consideration, appreciate them. So a lot of this stuff is just going back to the basic, how relationship was. A lot of people are just, like we said earlier, social media. It's so much competition out here. If we stay focused on our person or our partner or whatever we got going on, and if they feel protected, a woman gonna give a man anything.
Nice. I like it. So let me share with you guys. Sebastian, you want to go ahead? Go ahead. Let me share what I was told by asking different random females in the grocery store. All right, so one female told me, and I don't know if she's watching. She might be watching, but she told me after watching the video. She said, for example, if a man tells his lady that they're going on a trip, they're going to be gone for a week, right? He's going to do everything. She don't have to use her mind for anything. He's going to book and pay for the flight. He's going to print out the boarding passes. He's going to arrange the travel to the hotel, travel to the airport. He's going to arrange the travel from the airport to the resort. She don't have to do nothing but walk and be there. Like, her mind is shut down. She's not organizing nothing. She's not coordinating nothing. She's not worried about safety. Everything he is doing, that means she's completely shut down. Like, she has no worries at all. Wherever they're doing on the vacation for 5 days, whatever they're doing, she has nothing to do but just be there. Like, she's on full checkout mode. That's what the female told me, Sebastian. So that's how you put her in that energy. Like, she had to do nothing. When she said she's only bringing her lip gloss and her cell phone, she ain't paying for nothing. She ain't worried about, she ain't trying to help you drive to the airport. She's doing nothing. She's literally has nothing to do. What you think, Sebastian?
So for me, like I said, I do a lot of analyzing when you're playing the videos, and I think it's more of not that she don't have to bring anything. I think that her mind is so at ease that for her, all she really, in her mind, all she would just be, not literally, but figuratively, all I need to have is my phone and my lip gloss. Not saying that's all that she's gonna have, but that's just the ease of mind that he is putting her at in those situations. So again, when she was saying when a woman feels protected.
Yeah.
So and that's a big thing, because I had these conversations with my sisters, with my daughters. Again, I got a lot of daughters, I got sisters, and one of my sisters married and one is not, two is not. So you have we have these conversations. So in having these conversations, you have to kind of lay stuff out. They lay stuff out for me to kind of grasp. And I kind of like, hey, when you have a man that's locked in and focused on protecting and providing for you, you know what I'm saying? Don't take that lightly. And a lot of times, as our young women, because, and again, I always hold the men to a higher standard than I hold our women, we have messed up so much by the things that we have done. We have our women feeling like they have to be out here at this level of bossing up and all this kind of stuff. But if we would step up in that security that she's talking about, and that provision that she's talking about, when they're at that place, my wife is one of the people that's at that place. She don't have to do nothing. I mean, if she don't want to, she don't have to do it. It's just that simple. I'm here for that. That's my job. That protect and provide. And I take it serious. So again, she should feel that peace. She should, and again, now when I did all this work and I'm all over the place protecting and providing, when I get around her, she is my peace. So she just makes me, a lot of time I fall asleep when I get around my wife. She like, at first she was kind of frustrated with like, what's the problem? I'm like, no, you don't understand. The weight of the world is on my shoulders. When I get around you, all that's gone.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, well, that's how I feel when I come around you. I'm like, well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's when that person becomes your peace, that's when they talk about that. Hey, take all I gotta have my lip gloss and my cell phone. For me, all I gotta do is just show up and be me. Everything gonna be fine. So it's the same situation, not the security and protection part for the males from the females, but being at peace for that male to put us in that same situation. Like, hey, I'm excited to get up and provide. I'm excited to get up and protect. I'm excited to make sure that my woman don't have to worry about none of these things that the world is putting out. Yeah. So because she's giving me that peace the same way I'm giving her that protection and that provision.
Yeah, but we talking about the good side. We talking about the good stuff, Unique. But I gotta say, there's some women out there that don't.
But I have to, because it's double standards. My thing is this.
Yeah.
A man shouldn't have to do all of that in the beginning. Like, we're talking about husband and wives, but the reality, if you're just talking about dating, a woman to me nowadays feel like a man supposed to do everything in the beginning. That's not, you might not be the one he want to be with. So why would he Why would he? Because I have boys. I'm thinking like, why would he throw
Right.
all his eggs in your basket? See, I'm a real
Mhm.
person. I take accountability as a woman. If I don't play sides like team female, team males. It goes back to what he said. A provider. If a man's a provider, let's say y'all get together, he's a provider. A woman gonna be at ease. But it is some women that got a provider, got everything she wants, and she's still ungrateful.
Oh, that's
That's something
ooh.
else. She don't deserve
Listen,
anything.
when she said, "Listen, I'm gonna play," I want to play just a part of the video real fast. This part right here. Hold on.
Listen, if I get around you and you make me feel like I could turn my mind off, like I'm fully protected, baby, what you want?
All right, so I'm gonna stop right there. Listen, I've been in relationships where I said we're going out to eat at 8 o'clock. That's all you need to know. All you need to know at 8 o'clock, we're going out to eat seafood. I'm picking you up. Some women, you know, they want to know, you know, which car we driving, which route we driving. They be in the passenger seat trying to tell you how to drive. So some women won't let you put them in that energy because, and then again, I guess it goes back to they're used to doing it by themselves. So they feel like now that I have this man in front of me trying to put me in this energy and relax me and shut my mind, I don't know how to shut my mind down. I don't know how to do it because I never had this. So
Right.
you have to have patience with these type women.
And you have to go back to that first video, the first picture that you showed with those couples when you're
Yeah.
showing the second guy that's 22 years old. She
Yeah.
will ruin that young fellow. So then when he meets somebody else, he will treat that person. He have to make sure, like she said, she has sons. I don't have sons. I wish I did. Pass them a lot of information along to help them to kind of course correct these situations. But this young man is going to be jacked up, guaranteed. She gonna ruin this young fellow, and then everybody he meets after that is going to have to pay for the stuff that she has ran him through because she has no desire to have no real relationship with this young man. So she gonna have this man all over the place.
Probably really want a real relationship with her.
Right. And in his mind, he thinking, oh, I have somebody, you know, she's beautiful, she got her own money, but he don't understand that the game that she's running to get what she's trying to get, and she has ran the game before, but he didn't see that. He's again, when you're young like that, you're naive and coming in like, oh yeah, all roses and bubble gum until the situation hits, and now you bitter and you frustrated and you know, so again, I tell the same thing to my daughters. Do not go into, if you're in a relationship and the relationship didn't work or whatever the case may be, when you get in your next relationship, you treat that relationship like it's like this is the first relationship that you ever had. You have to treat the person, not try to make that person pay for something that somebody else did, because nobody's responsible for that mess but the person that did it.
Yeah. So
Right.
if not, go ahead, Unique.
Well, it's two sides, because earlier you did say you have to be patient, because when we dealing with a broken man, women are patient. So it's the same thing that I think men don't feel like women are broken, and men have to understand patience as well. Dealing with somebody, especially if you feel like she's worth it, maybe you know she's getting over things and she's deciding to heal. But in the same token, about the guy, I'm pretty sure people told him about Drea already, and he's not a baby to the point where he made a choice. So if it does destroy him, he has to, because it goes back to listening. You didn't listen. You're gonna have to get hurt, because he, at 18 years old, a kid think they grown. He's 23 and making his own money. His mom and dad probably already told him about her. But because he didn't listen, some people got to go through their own trials and tribulations. And he will have to heal from that. But he made a choice. I mean, it's one thing to date and move on, but when you're dating and moving on and having kids and that becoming like a pattern, I blame the person, whether it's a woman or a man.
Yep.
You got to stop the pattern yourself. If you see it's not working, don't bring the kids involved, because the kids have to suffer. That's who really suffers to me at the end.
You're absolutely correct. That's 100% correct. Accountability. You have to accept the consequences of your decision. When you make those decisions, the consequences are real. You know, you can't run from it. You know, so I see people all the time, so they praying, God help me. No. You got to understand, it's still consequences. Hey, you might have a child gonna be fine, but you got to understand there's consequences to your situation, to your actions. So you're not gonna lose the consequences because you prayed and finally want to find God and hey, help me through this. You're gonna deal with those consequences. That's for sure.
Yeah. Hey, let's finish up on this video. I want to say that in this video that you can't, like I gave a demonstration or I talked about, like, you know, going on a trip and she doesn't have to print out the boarding passes, and you know, she doesn't have to worry about the taxi ride or the Lyft ride to the hotel, to the resort. She don't have to worry about where we're gonna eat at. She don't have to worry about nothing. She ain't even got to have the room key to the hotel. She ain't gotta have nothing. She's really checked out. But I want to say to you guys, you can't get her this way by one incident. Like when she's at home and she brings an issue up, you know, if you want to keep her in that energy, you got to fix that issue. Like she says, I don't know, the damn ceiling fan ain't working, or the outlets in the garage is not working. To keep her like that, she has to feel like it don't matter if we on a trip or we at home. I don't have to worry about nothing. Long as you're here, I'm checked out. So it's when you want to do that to a woman, it's full time. It's not halftime.
Right.
It's full time. You agree?
And I think people don't understand, like, relationships are, it's a job to me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have bad times. You're going to have good times. You're going to get bored. You're going it just like, I don't think, like, I'm old school. Like my grandma raised me, so I understand relationship. I feel like nowadays it's like microwave. People, you get mad and everybody ready to break up. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you said, if you want to keep somebody in a certain energy, you can do things. But if you fix the ceiling fan and she's still complaining about something else, she might be the problem.
Yeah.
You can't just cater to everything a woman's doing and then the man forgets about himself. So I'm promoting self-love on both parties.
Oh yeah. I like
That's how I'm saying. That's how I'm saying right there. That's how I'm saying it. And again, like you said, we're talking about the dating phase is different than the engagement phase. The engagement phase is different than the marriage phase. Everything is a step. A lot of people believe that once they get to that step, then that's it. That's when the work starts. You gotta start. You know, when you start a date, now you're moving toward paying attention to those red flags and green and blue and whatever. You gotta be watching those in the course of the dating. If somebody is not for you, it's okay to say, hey, we're not compatible and go ahead on. But a lot of times we overstay our welcome trying to make somebody be what they are not. And
why do we do that, man?
Up.
Why do we do that, man? Why do we do it? Because you're wasting, you can't get time back. Time is so important that you can't get time back. So why do we do that, Unique? Like, you know, this is leading nowhere. This relationship is going nowhere. You know, it's not working out, but I'm still trying to make this work. Still trying to make it work.
Sometimes you might be in a relationship where you feel like this is a project, you put everything into it, and if you happen to see it prosper or manifest in somebody else, it will make you mad. Sometimes people don't love themselves. Yeah. Sometimes people are bored.
Yeah.
But when you seeing it like y'all like Eve, I mean, y'all bumping heads at odds, but y'all love each other, y'all tend to make it work. You know, y'all might just need a little space or whatever, a little break. But to be naive to the point where even if you leave this person and move on with somebody else, you're going to have to deal with something with somebody else.
Yeah.
It might not be to the extreme, but it's going to be, because nobody's perfect until, to me, when y'all married and get to that place where y'all each other's peace, y'all already went through the bullshit already. To me, I'm not getting married to the bullshit. We already, you know, the good and the bad, the therapy or whatever, the communication, whatever issue we had, you should already know who you about to get married to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's that not just communicating, that's understanding communication. A lot of people say communication is the key. No, if you don't understand, I can tell you the answer all day, but if you don't understand what I'm telling you, you're still gonna get it wrong. So that's the part we have to be locked in on as well. Like she's saying, when you're in that relationship, everybody gonna have some type of issue because you was raised by different people. Each person was raised by somebody else. So when you coming together as one, you're gonna have stuff that might have worked at your home and might have worked at your home, but you have to start filtering out those things to see what's gonna work for your relationship, not what was great for my grandmother and grandfather, my mom and dad. What works for us? What's gonna get us where we need to be? And that's a lot of the problems that we have. People going to the relationship thinking that their way is the only way. My way is the right way. Your way is wrong. So we have to do it this way, and that's not the case. You have to take that. All the information that you learn, and y'all have to put it together and cipher out what works for y'all and what does not work for y'all. And back to that original question you asked, a lot of people just get comfortable and they don't want to let go of that comfort. It's more comfortable for me to sit here and it's jacked up, and instead of going out here and saying, hey, this is not for me, So I might have to go out here and get
Start
a
all
job.
over.
Maybe it's her apartment, or maybe
Ooh,
it's his apartment. So I got to
that's
leave the
already
apartment.
bad.
So you're doing stuff just so you can stay comfortable instead of saying, "Hey, this is not for me. Let me just go ahead on and do what I got to do."
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard for people to do that, man. And then when you involve kids, you know, a lot of women will stay. Well, I can't speak for women, but what I'm saying, I would say they would unique. A lot of women would stay because of them kids. They want their kids to be with their father. You know, they want
Not
they
me.
you
Not
you
me.
would- not you.
No, I'm not dealing with the headache because it's going to be a toxic situation for the kids. We're
Right.
gonna have to learn how
Yeah.
to co-parent.
They,
Yeah.
they, they can go visit the daddy. That's right.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna look it up tomorrow. I'm gonna look it up tomorrow. Why? What are the reasons why a woman would stay in a marriage? I'm gonna look it up. I bet you because of them kids is
A
one
marriage or a relationship, because a marriage is different.
Either
You can't
or,
just get
either or.
mad and leave. A marriage is different
Yeah.
though. Like you got,
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
that easy. You can't just pack your stuff up. Y'all probably got business together, a house, kids. That's a little different.
Definitely,
Like,
whole lot. It's a whole lot different being married
right.
and being in a relationship. Well, me and my wife just talked about this today. I said, hey, remember when I was telling you about, hey, it's gonna be different when we get married because it's totally different. When we dating, we can leave at any point. I can just wake up today and say, you know what, I don't want to be here. When I get married, I can wake up and say, hey, I don't want to be here, but it's a whole lot of logistics I got to deal with before I can actually be all the way away. You know,
Yeah.
so it's a lot of stuff. When you got kids, you got, like you said, business stuff, finance stuff, houses, cars, all this stuff you got to deal with. So it's not going to be like an easy break. But when you just dating, oh, I can just get up tomorrow. Hey, I'm through with this. I'll see you in next lifetime or something.
Yeah. I think a lot of people make the mistake, guys, that when they get engaged and they get married, before I even become your husband, I need to already be in that role. I need to already be acting like your husband. And before you become my wife, huh?
Mm-mm.
What you mean, Sebastian? Listen, listen.
The
What I'm saying,
whole
Sebastian,
purpose of the whole
listen.
purpose of dating is to get to know and see if you're gonna be
Okay,
the one
what I'm saying,
that I'm gonna
Sebastian,
invest all that in.
once we done dated and we got to the point where I proposed to you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We already went through all that, Sebastian. I
Mhm.
gotta already. How's she gonna know if I'm a husband or I'm a provider if I'm not already showing her? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying
Okay.
we already dated for 2 years or whatever it is. She knows just who I am because what I say is what I do, and she sees that. That's what I'm saying. So a husband should already be acting like a husband before he gets married, and a wife should already be conducting herself like a wife.
I'll say tendencies of. I won't
Oh my
say
God.
all the way because again, we're not married. So it's some things that you can't expect someone to do when you're not married to them. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you are not at that place. And once we get engaged, we're on something totally different. Now is all the stupidity should be over with. Once we get engaged, once I say, hey, will you marry me? My mind is locked in that you are who I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. So we just start
So
tightening up
Sebastian,
all the little things we need to tighten up.
in that situation, Unique, I think that damn, she dating potential because she ain't seen you do nothing that represents a husband, a provider. If I'm
No,
not
I
showing
ain't
you,
saying that during your relationship that you're not showing her that, hey, like
okay,
you
okay,
said,
okay,
when I say something, I do what I say and I mean what I say,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's the process. So once you have that, they understand it.
yeah,
The protection and the provision are going to be you'll see that stuff throughout the relationship. You'll
yeah,
see we've been in a relationship for a couple months or something. And you might say, hey, we living in 2 different locations. Hey, hey, I need a little money for my utility bill or something. Okay, here you go. You know what I'm saying? You're
yeah,
gonna see these things without no frustration or no all this type
yeah,
of stuff. So you're gonna have that as you going. You'll see that.
Right.
The same thing with the protection. He's gonna be calling, hey, did you make sure you locked your door? Because last time I know you left your back door unlocked. Make sure you check the door, make sure the door locked. Or he'll be over there and he'll have a key to your place. He'll come by and make sure all the doors locked before you go home. So you're gonna see things that's gonna show that, you know what I'm saying, throughout the relationship, throughout the dating portion. But I'm saying you can't just come in and hey, soon as I meet you, I'm gonna pay all your bills.
no,
I'm gonna get
Sebastian, I
all
didn't say
your
that.
stuff
I
that
didn't say
you
it.
need.
Sebastian, I didn't say that, Sebastian. You putting words in my mouth, Sebastian. I ain't say that.
But
I ain't say that.
how you said
I
it was when you
said
first come in, you gotta have a
no.
husband
Unique.
tendency.
What I say, Unique. I didn't say it like that. Unique.
No, he was just saying basically like you should see all the red flags, you know, before the engagement part. And the engagement, I feel what he's saying because I've been engaged a couple times. So my thing is this: I could be wifey for the person. That don't mean he's husband material. I didn't get on my knees. I'm not getting on my knees. I'm gonna be a woman, but I'm a woman that take accountability. Like I'm a woman that I can say I messed up relationship because I'm toxic, because of my mouth, and because of my lack of communication. Not that I don't communicate. It's the like the girl was saying, I wasn't used to relaxing with a man. So when I meet a man I can relax with, I thought it was control, and it really was just submission.
hmm hmm
So you know, just about getting to know the person you with, and if the person got flaws, you work with the person. If not, then you move on.
Move on, man. Move on. It you might really want it to work, but you know what? The smart thing would to be is that after the first try, second try, you have to come to terms with maybe this ain't the person for me, man. And see, you'll never find the right person if you got the wrong person with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the
Well,
wrong person out the way.
I'm looking at Unique. Is you like an anomaly in the group in this day and age of women? Is like because I've heard how some of these people talk to the person, which you can be at the grocery store, at the DDS office, anything. These mugs been here clowning. I'm like, hey, you don't have to talk to that man like that. He's trying to, assist, and so you have holding yourself accountable is a lovely thing. You know what I'm saying? And again, I hope that you are passing this information on to any young lady or young man that you come in contact with. Please pass that information on. I try my best to pass it on. So I'm hoping that when you come in contact with these young ladies and young men, that you actually give them this information, so they can understand that accountability is very important, man. Owning up to what you're doing and saying that if you made a mistake, you made a mistake. It's very important for us to start doing, because right now our generations are becoming we straying further and further away from being joined together, and trying to have family again.
Right.
Yeah. Nice. All right, guys, we're gonna go into our next video, segue into our next video. But I want to say that like we're talking about dating, and I guess I'm gonna go at these females for a second, because Mr. Right could be right in front of you. Mr. Right can be right in front of you. I check all the boxes. I'm loyal. I got a job. I know how to cook. I clean. I know how to do everything to treat you right. And she'll look right over him, man. So we're going to go into the video, and we'll be right back.
Tell me more about yourself.
So for starters, I cook.
Okay, chef.
My mama raised me right, so I clean.
Okay.
And I am extremely loyal, if I do say so myself. I appreciate the same, My friend group is not full of guys that just want, and... Oh no, you... Focus right here, I got what you need, Listen, I like to travel. I'm well-traveled. I'm well-cultured. Listen...
you know what? You're great. You're so good. But I'll go.
I would... See? That's what the problem is. You don't see what's good right in front of you.
I don't know, guys. Listen, Sebastian, I don't think they want good guys, man. I don't think listen, if you such a good guy, I don't know if they think that it ain't gonna be true, ain't nothing perfect, or I don't know, man. But
Not true. I got so much to say.
Oh my
It goes the same for both men and women. If a person to me, I feel like if a woman chooses red flags over green flags, it's because she's so toxic, and
mhm.
she likes the drama, whatever she likes, and she doesn't want to change herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think green flags are bad. It's just healthy, and to some people it might be boring, but healthy habits is normal, And I didn't understand that until I received it. I'm thinking like, this is normal. People arguing, doing this, and it's not. So it's just like, I just feel like whatever a woman chooses, just be ready for the consequences. If you lose a good man and then you try to double back, don't think your position is saved.
Yeah.
You can even go to you had the rapper Trina. They were interviewing her one time. She said, I had this man, he was in real estate or banking or something, and he was excellent. He took care of me. He was at home every night. He loved me. I had no problem. I even loved him. But I wanted the thug. I wanted the, and so now that I'm older, I look back and said, I had the perfect man. I ruined it. I had the perfect guy that I should have married and been with, and now you struggling to find a relationship. Everybody you run into is just another cycle of that stupidity and all that crazy that you have built up over the time. Like you said, that toxic energy you believe in is cute. Oh, that's how I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to argue all the time. Oh, I'm supposed to cut his tires. I'm supposed to bust his window out when he don't call me back. Like, what? That's not how life works.
Mm-hmm.
We have those real conversations, understanding conversations. The thing that kills me most and bothers me most is when you're talking to, as males, when you're talking to a female and she tells you, so basically you saying, not say, I didn't say any of that. You know what I'm saying? I need you to understand. That's why I say, understand what I'm telling you. Exactly what I said is exactly what I mean. I'm not putting anything on it. Don't try to switch it. Don't try to substitute words. Take exactly what I'm saying and then roll with that information I'm giving you. And we get a lot of that stuff to where we're talking to people. I'm just saying, for my instance, of talking to females. I'm sure there's males the exact same way. But I'm saying, it's me talking to females. When you have to make sure that you understand the communication that you are getting. If you do not understand it, it's going to be a problem, regardless of what you talking about.
Yeah.
But like you said, you're a man that stand on your words. It's a lot of women that experience that. Men, they say stuff and do the opposite. So when a girl's saying basically she want to, have just double check, and this is exactly what you mean. Because a lot of men could talk a good game, but if they're not standing on business, stand on your word, and them the type of women that got trust issues, and these are red flags too. And if a man can't deal with that, he don't need to deal with that. Let that girl heal by herself. Or some people just don't comprehend. They just don't understand what you're saying.
You're right.
Oh, we bring it. I'll make sure I'm locked in. You're gonna when I say it, I'll stop in the tracks. No, that's not what I said.
Yeah,
not what it is. This is what it is. This is the information, and that's a lot of the times hearing information. Again, when somebody telling you, I can even speak for myself. Even when me and my wife still young in our marriage, early in our marriage, early in our late, when she would tell me stuff, it would kind of anger me. Like, what? I don't do that. But if you actually stop and sit down for a minute and start reflecting, you will start to see that a lot of the stuff that somebody's telling you is stuff that you need to deal with. And a lot of times we don't want to deal with stuff that happened. We want to just cover up whatever the problem is. We want to go back to what the root of the problem. Maybe it was something that happened when you was a kid. Maybe it was something that happened between your parents or between one of your loved ones or one of your friends or a friend relationship that you had that went bad. So we need to make sure that we're healing from all those things. And when somebody's bringing it to your attention, don't run from it. Even though it's hard to work through, working through it is going to be I'm telling you, it'll get you where you need to be in any relationship. Even when you're dating, a lot of stuff that you putting out in the dating is stuff that you, because of situations that you've already had with other partners.
Yeah, and now I will say, Sebastian, unique. You can't work out something with someone who ain't willing to work back with you.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, that's a red flag. That you just, if you're so naive that you're trying to work this out and you're doing all this extra trying to make it work, and the other person's not meeting you halfway. Now you're naive. You need to get out of there. You need to get out of that relationship because it's not for you. You're wasting your time.
Right.
But is the good guy, is he that boring? Because the good guy, that rent's gonna be paid. You know certain things gonna be done, but the exciting guy that's gonna go out, he got jokes, he keeps you laughing, he's a little dangerous or whatever. Just like a female, it could be a female too. A female that comes, she's always wants a party, it's a good time. But are you looking at her like a wife? Are you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways. Unique.
I'm team boring. Like, I'm team understanding. A lot of people been sheltered and now they just trying to step out in the field. At a certain age, you would want to settle down because it's really, you go out to the club at a certain age, you're gonna be like, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
I mean, but everybody don't believe in marriage neither. Everybody has a different mindset. I still believe in the traditional marriage, man and woman and child. no two men, no two women. I'm not dealing with that. That's not realistic to me. But I don't judge people. I'm just speaking on. Everybody's got to know what they want.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's
true.
so she over here spitting fire over her.
Yeah,
All
you-
so I'm
Yeah, I
trying to
don't play
say
no
she's
games.
Yeah.
spitting
No
fire
games.
over her. She over here. I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on, wait a minute. Hey,
I don't
she
play
like,
no
Let me write that down.
she locked. She must have listened to 1 through 4 or something. You know what I'm saying? She must have
Listen,
been.
the games though, the games they play, man. When you're trying
No,
to
but
get to
I'm
know
just saying
someone.
I was a woman that was that woman that was toxic, that was all this and this and that, and it does harm you when you finally get in a relationship with a person that's serious.
Yeah,
And a lot of women continue to blame men instead of saying, okay, girl, you allowed that. Why'd you have them kids? Why'd you, you know what I'm saying? And until we start looking at ourselves, like my problem was communication. I
yeah,
felt like because I didn't have a father growing up and I dated a lot of beta men, when I started dating an alpha man, I'm like, who you talking to? And because I have my own, it was hard for him to like, okay, let me show you. I just always thought it was control. And so I had to
yeah.
realize, look into yourself, like what's going on with you, why you gotta be so masculine.
You know what, Unique? When you say that, you thought it was control. When a man is trying to take charge, he's trying to handle everything. He's trying to be a provider. He is sticking his nose in everything because he's taking care of everything. It could be like he's like I said. I gave you the example of you have a date or you tell your girlfriend or wife, we're going out to eat tonight, 9 o'clock. Be ready. It is like it's controlling. I guess he didn't ask you, or do you want to go out and eat? He just
But it's control in a good way. See, I'm thinking in a negative way. When you're in a healthy relationship, it's like she said, I have to free my mind. It's protection.
Mhm.
If you're thinking in a negative way, you're gonna think it's control, but it's in the
Yeah.
control in a good way when it's in a healthy environment. Like it's just for your protection.
Yeah. I got that too. Yeah. I think during the dating phase, by then you will understand each other that this is him, and you already accept it as a good thing because every time he does this, what he says, he does. There's proof to see at the end that it was done. You know what I'm saying? It all works out well, or whatever.
And I just think dating is hard because what if you come to the table with kids and the man said, I don't want to date nobody with kids.
Oh my God.
So it's the dating is that's why I said you have to lock in with somebody. Everybody relationship is different. Some people not messing with a woman that have kids.
Yeah.
Or some men be like, no, I need you to have kids because I got kids. I don't even know if you can be a nurturer to the kids I have. So it can go both ways.
Yeah. We have that conversation. We have that conversation many times. As far as a guy, I'm a single guy. Would I date a woman with how many kids at what age? That conversation comes up quite often because you don't want to get involved too much with something that that you're not going to be 100% in. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest with you, because if she's got kids and you see it, there's certain things she ain't gonna be able to come out all the time. She ain't gonna be able to do this all the time or whatever. She from time to time.
Older kids and she's able to move around.
Well, see, that's the situation. You got to see the situation that you're in. Some guys would love to have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old or whatever as be the stepdad or whatever, father. But some guys be like, nah, that's too young. That's too young. I need somebody that can take care of their own, wash themselves, wake up and go to school and come back. Or whatever. I don't know who this is. Keeps texting me.
Yeah, but you have to anytime you're dealing with anybody, you got to understand that if you're taking on the person with kids, you got to understand that's a package deal. So
right.
If you got to go in with that understanding, you can't go in there trying to play games. Well, I thought it was just you, and I didn't want to. No, if you understand, because they're gonna tell you that up front. I have kids, or they might not tell you the first day y'all meet, but if they seeing like, hey, this is gonna be something gonna be in long term, they might say, hey, I have kids, and hey, this is what's going on with me. This age of my kid. Then you have to make a decision do I want kids or not want kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it is what it is.
I don't have a problem with dating a female with kids. I really don't have a problem. I would prefer two at the most. And I would treat them, just like I treat her. You know what I'm saying? So I would not dare come to the house and bring food just for her. I bring food for everybody. I would accept them, but it's got to be the right package. Unique. It's got to be the right package, though.
Right. I mean,
Hey,
look,
you can't have
honestly,
baby daddy's beating on the door, and you can't have all kind of. You got it. It's got to be the right
my
package.
standard is I'm not dating no man that got a kid under 10 years old. I'm not doing it because my thing is this: when a kid is so young, it's a possibility that you and the girl can have a family. So I just don't want to deal with it. My kids are older. I have a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old.
You said your age is under 10. A guy with under 10.
I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah. I got you. Because older after 10, you know, they can get themselves dressed, fix their breakfast, go on to school. You know,
I'm not even saying that because I'm a mother for life. So if my kid could be 30 years old and need something, I'm gonna be there. What I'm saying is that, you know, dating somebody with smaller kids, we might not be able to go nowhere and spend time, because when you're dating somebody, I got to get to know you too. And the kids shouldn't be involved in the beginning of dating.
Right.
So I would need to know, okay, look, do you have a babysitter? Like, and I just feel like at a certain age, a kid can, you know, be by themselves for a minute or two while you going out trying to get to know somebody, because you can't bring your kids on a date if you have a 3-year-old.
Yeah, you can't. What if Sebastian, I know you happily married, you've been married, but I'm single. So I wonder if I met a female that said their dad gets them every other weekend, would I be cool with that? Like if I met a female and everything was going good, she said, we can't do nothing this weekend because I got the kids, but next weekend we can do something because they're going with their dad. I don't know. You're going to have you really got to buy into that situation. If you deal with that situation, you got to buy into it, because going into that like halfway cocked, there's going to be a lot of times where you're by yourself because you chose a person that is not freely able to do something. And like you said in the beginning, kids really don't need to be around you because you don't even know if the relationship is going to work. You don't even know if the relationship is going to pan out to be something. So what age, not what age, how long would it take before the kids get introduced to your man?
6 months.
6 months.
And I would love to, and because I co-parent, to me, that's the most healthy relationship that somebody could be in if they're not together. Compared to you're dealing with a woman that said, oh, my baby father don't help me at all. The kids ain't going nowhere, no weekend. So to me, if you have a situation where the kids are off somewhere every other weekend, cool. And then, like I said, after 6 months, y'all get to know each other. You will be with her all the time. And even if you're not with her that weekend, and again, that's why I said 10 years old to me, because even if she got the kids that weekend and the kids are older, she could still chill with you.
Yeah, right.
But let's say the kids are younger, it's still a form of communication. To me, it's her responsibility to find the balance, because those are not your kids. And you're coming to the table single with no kids. So a woman with kids, you got to know how to balance. You can't put everything on this new man.
Yeah, but Unique, you hey, listen,
when you're my shit, because look, ladies, you want to date, you can't expect for this man to come in like a superhero. If you got kids and the kids with you this weekend, be on that man's FaceTime, video chat, do something. Go stop by, get him some lunch, or you got to do something, because it's like you're competing with women that don't have kids that can see this man every day.
All right, we got a super chat from D Solo. Super chat from D Solo. Thank you for that super chat, D Solo. His comment is, if a woman has kids, is it the guy's responsibility to provide funds for the babysitter? I'm gonna say, you know what? I could see a female saying, you got to pay for the babysitter. I can see the shit, Unique. I can see it. So I'm gonna say, hell no, it ain't his job. No, it ain't his job, man. Until a certain, like you said, 6 months, 7, 8 months. Until then.
It's not his responsibility, but it's being that fellow that, you know.
Wait a minute, Sebastian, don't do it, Sebastian. You just told me.
Again, you can. It's not the question. Is a responsibility? It's not his responsibility. But hey, you might just pay it. Like, hey, I'll pay it because I want to spend time with you. You know, it ain't your responsibility per se. But hey, it's okay to go in and say, hey, I'll pay for the day because I want to spend time with you this weekend.
Well, Sebastian, you just told me when we was talking earlier, when I said, in order to be someone's husband, you already got to be acting like the husband. In order to be my wife, you already got to be acting and showing me that you're wife material. Now you're telling me that a man that's just dating a girl, he need to pay for the
No,
babysitter?
see, you messed up. I didn't say that he needs to. No, I just said it is not his responsibility. But some guys might say, "Hey, well, I pay for the babysitter this weekend because I want to hang with you this weekend. It might be a concert I want to go to with you or something. So, hey, I'll pay for the babysitter." It is not his responsibility because it is not his kids. We ain't at that point. It's not his responsibility because they're not his kids. But when if you're in a relationship with a person, you saying, "Hey, I want to go do something with you," then hey, I'll pay for the. If she say, "Hey, I don't have the money for a babysitter," so hey, I'll pay for the babysitter if I want to go hang out with you. If that's the case, but it's not my responsibility, but I can do it.
In the beginning of dating?
Yeah, if I want to go on a date with you, if that's the case, if I want to go on a date with you, but it's not my job or my responsibility to, but if I choose to, I can. You know what I'm saying?
I would say not the first couple dates, nowhere near the first couple of dates. After we actually are trying to do something, work it out, we are starting to enjoy each other. I would say then you may kick in.
Yeah.
So
but again, it's still not responsible. If you don't pay not one time until y'all say, "Hey, me and you are in a relationship," you know what I'm saying? We actually locked in.
Yeah.
We really doing this, and then he started that time. But it's not his responsibility because it's not his kid. What are you supposed to say? You can't get mad at him because you say, "Hey, I ain't paying for a babysitter. They are not my kids." So I mean, why would you be frustrated? I'm just saying that a guy might do it, but that don't mean that this is responsibility.
If you do it, listen, they say listen, I ain't trying to, if you start off with your damn money, you're gonna have to continue with your damn money.
But that's not starting out with your money. That's saying, "Hey, I want to go." If she say, "Hey, I don't have the money for the babysitter this week, this weekend, so I can't go because it's not their father's weekend, it's my weekend." But I'm saying, "Hey, I want us to go to this concert, so I'll just pay for the babysitter." I'm good with that. But again, it's not my responsibility. I can say, "Hey, well, I'm gonna go to the concert by myself because you can't go." It is what it is, but it's not my responsibility. But if I want to do it, I can.
Sebastian,
yeah, I agree with both. I never asked
you ain't been in that dating game, Sebastian. You ain't been in the dating game forever. Yeah, you can go out to dinner, and then just take the free meal. The free meal, you don't pay for a free meal and the babysitter. And she ghosts you the next week. You ghosted.
But again, you got to understand my mentality. My mentality with every relationship that I ever been in and get into is I'm going to do 100% regardless. I don't care if the relationship work or not. So that way, if the relationship don't work, I know I did my part. I don't have to have no worries of, "Man, I should have did this," or, "Oh, I probably have to act like that. I ain't have to do that. I should have went on." No. If I feel like it's something I should do, I'm gonna do it. If I feel like it's something I shouldn't do, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just built like that. I don't have no. Yeah. I'm not gonna be playing with you and playing no games with you. It is what it is with me. Again, we can bring my wife on the plane. She'll tell you it is what it is. It's just for me. I'm just me. I'm gonna be me all the time. I'm not gonna change. Nothing is new. It is what it is. That's what we have to start understanding. We trying to make all relationships fit one mold. All relationships can't fit one mold because you got to understand there's two different people. Some men mindset are men. Some men mindset are, "I need to be babysitted and catered to 24/7 to feel like I'm somebody." You have some guys, "I don't need all that." You have some guys saying, "I need a kind of a little mixture of something." You know what I'm saying? Then you got some females that, "I want to be in charge." Some, I want to just be taken care of. Then you got some that say, "Hey, I want somewhere in the middle." So you got different people trying to link in. So you got to understand that all relationships are going to be different. So we can't put everybody in the same boat, but it still have to be some like boundaries and stuff that you got to be able to work through and navigate through, so your relationship don't become one of being a toxic nature, because you can put you to a toxic nature, like you said, just showing your money. So I never go into a relationship like, "Oh, I make this much money, so I got this type of car and I got this." No, I'm gonna probably pull up in the raggediest car. If I got like 3 or 4 cars, I'm gonna pull up with the one that ain't really hitting on nothing to really see where you at. I'm not gonna pull up. I ain't gonna pull up in a 2024 Escalade and know I'm just not meeting you, because again, your mindset is she looking like, "Oh, okay, if he got the Escalade, okay, he He can do something. Then as soon as you get out the car, this our first date. Oh, we going over to Morton's today. I reserved us a spot at Morton's, and I got us a private room. They only feeding us this and this. I'm like, come on, you crossed the line. Here, take this $1,000, just go get you. Now you trying to do too much.
Yeah,
because you just met the person.
Hold on a second. We got a comment. Show you says it's not easy, but if you accept the package deal, then you should understand. So it's not easy, but if you accept the package deal, you should understand. That's why most men would prefer a woman with no kids. That's what Show You from Dominican Republic said. You need.
That sounds good too, but you got to realize, okay, the mentality. I'm gonna just say my mentality when I was younger. If she have kids, that means she's sexually active. I don't have to worry about all that weight. I'm wondering if we're gonna be sexually active, or we're gonna be. She got kids, I know we're gonna have sex. I don't have to worry about all them games. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ways to view things, so you have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Or what you got going on.
I disagree, because it's women that don't have kids that sexually active that had abortions. You could still be
right, but I'm saying that don't mean I'm gonna have sex with you.
Wait a minute. Let her talk.
Oh, go ahead.
Because I'm still a woman with standards. I don't care if I had kids. And that's why I have 2 kids, and I'm going to have standards. And I don't mean that I'm scared to have sex. It's still, I got standards. But to go back as far as a babysitting, I never asked no man that, but I understand now. If a woman asks, and if he say no, she shouldn't get mad because he's not obligated. It should be like a mutual understanding. Maybe she really want to chill with him and she really don't have the money for the babysitter. And if not, then that's what she got to deal with. He don't have to deal with that, and he might want to date somebody else. Because, when you're dating, you want to be around that person. But again, like the person said, when you have a package deal, you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. And I feel like a lot of men, they might like a woman and she told you she got the kids, but he's thinking like, I just want to have sex. So I understand the package deal, but I ain't messing with it. A lot of people not dating with a purpose neither, and people got to understand that. And a lot of women, they get misconstrued like, oh, he likes me and stuff because he took me out to eat. No, you have to eat or you're going to die. We eat every day. Be a queen. Be like a queen and do what you're supposed to do as a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I'm old school, so I just don't play like that.
Yeah. So and again, what I was saying was when I was saying that if she already has kids, what I'm saying when I had that young mentality of as a guy, when you're out there thinking, hey, if she has kids, then she already knows she's been sexually active before. I ain't saying that she's necessarily gonna be sexually active with me, but hey, I already know she has been sexually active before. So that's one thing that I can say, hey, I have leaning in my favor if I'm a person that's wanting to have sex with somebody. So again, if she don't have no kids, then that's something that'll be in my mind. Okay, so is this somebody that's gonna say I'm gonna have to wait, even though she might have had sex before? She might have had sex with multiple people, but that won't. If there is evidence right there in front of me that she has had sex before, if she has kids. So when you're younger and immature, that is your mindset. So that's what I'm saying. When you have an immature mindset, that's how you looking at things. That's why I said when I was younger, that's why I had to start off when I was younger. When I had a young, ignorant mind, I was thinking as a young, ignorant young man. So your mentality and your thinking is going to be off.
Yeah. So let me just jump this, and I think we said something about it. So when you're freshly dating, what is the time limit before? I'm gonna say Sebastian. Me and Sebastian. What is the time limit? You just now met, you're talking. What is the time limit before any sexual activities happens? What is the time limit? I know we all grown, and a lot of women think that if they move too quick with it, then he's gonna say, I'm a hoe. I ain't worth nothing. You gave it up too early. But I want to beg to differ, because I think grown men, like if we vibing, and we talking and we got these long 2-hour conversations going on. And then when we go to dinner, it's the same way. We having these long conversations. We really vibing. Like I have your full attention and you have my full attention. And we actually vibe and we hitting on all cylinders. And I think we really get each other. I don't think there's a time limit when that sexual activity can happen. That's what I don't really think there's a time limit. I think if we put the time in to get to know each other and all these boxes line up together, and I want to see you as much as you want to see me, I don't think there's a time limit. I don't. What you think, Unique?
I don't think it's a time limit, but I'm definitely not thinking about having sex like for the first couple weeks. Cause I
Yeah.
just feel like as a woman, we want to have sex as much as a man want to have sex. But once that's introduced, I feel like that's what it is. And people forget to ask, well, what's your favorite color type shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we already did that, and you know, everything is those long 3-hour conversations at night, those long dinner talks, those walks in the park. We already did all that.
Right. But what I'm saying is when women do finally open up and we give it to y'all, some men switch up and that's all. There's no more long walks in the park anymore. It's just sex. That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah, but that can happen whether you wait 6 months, a
Oh
year.
yeah. Oh,
there you go.
It ain't no limit.
Right
It
there.
ain't no
we,
limit. I'm just not
so
having
we
sex the
got
first day. But
yeah,
Not
but
the
we got
first day,
some
not the
we're
first
idiots
day.
out there.
Not the first
we're
day, not the
grown.
first day.
Well, if a woman decide to have sex the first day, I don't look at her no different. I mean, like I said, we grown. We at that we're not teenagers, so I don't do okay. She had sex the first day. She's this. No, she could be a great woman. He could be a great man. It's just y'all connection was so strong.
No,
It happened, but I'm
mm-mm.
not doing it. But I don't judge
Yeah,
nobody.
I'm not doing it either. Shit. If you give it to matter of fact, I'm scared of your ass. I'm scared.
If he gives it up the first time, I'm scared of him too.
Yeah, true. Well, I ain't gonna shoot it on. I'm not gonna try on the first, second week. I'm gonna wait till I feel like we've did enough, we've traveled enough, not like going somewhere. Our conversations, the vibe, we've crossed each other's minds, we shared thoughts long enough. We've took a nice little journey together. And
Like
then
3 weeks. Are you saying like as early as 3 weeks?
yeah, let's see. You know what? I would say right over 3 weeks. Right over 3 weeks.
About a
Right
month.
over three. Yeah, right over 3 weeks.
I'll
Yeah,
say
after
first
30
date, right,
days,
right
you
there.
should be. Yeah,
Huh?
after 30 days, you should know who you're talking to.
Yeah. What'd you say, Sebastian? What'd you say?
First night is, I'm telling you, first night. No, I'm just kidding. No,
It's got to go down.
it's just again, it's all because for me, you have to start trusting your spirit. So I'm trying to tell you, when you get around somebody, your spirit will tell you this is not what it is, and we ignore that. You know what I'm saying? We ignore those things, and we still stay locked in on stuff. And again, that's why I say it could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 years. That first night you have your spirit is telling you, hey, something ain't right about this person, and we still go, drive through the wall. So
Yeah.
we have to start making sure we locked in. I'm telling you, because for me, like she said, hey, we got to get to know something. I got to know something about you. I need to, because I'm gonna be asking real questions. I'm real about it. I'm like, hey, what you doing? Sexual partners. I need to know all this stuff. I need to know what I'm getting into over here. You know what I'm saying? I
But a
don't
lot
want
of people don't communicate. See, I'm a big communicator, so I'm gonna ask real questions to get to know you. And I just feel like women is double standards, but we really have to control the sex when it comes to meeting somebody. It's up to us to have sex, because if not, then it's considered rape in so many words. If you say you don't want to have sex, so to me, women, like I said, double standards. We have to be stronger than y'all. We have to have more willpower than y'all to say, put a break on it.
So we got a comment from Lena Collins from Alabama. She says a woman should wait and get to know that person. The sex will change the relationship, and I agree with that, Lena. Good comment, Lena from Alabama. But so Unique, are you saying that when you're dating and you're on week 1, week 2, you're saying it's crossing her mind, it's in her mind, but she's going to have willpower, she's going to discipline herself? Like if he's smelling good and she's really attracted to him, she's going to hold all that shit back?
Yes, you should have standards about yourself. First of all, go get them tested. Y'all got
No,
everything.
I believe that. I understand that, but I'm saying just it's good to hear you say that a woman will be like really thinking about it, but she's not gonna move on it, but it's in her mind.
She shouldn't act on it. No, she shouldn't act on it so quick.
I got a question. What happened if you wait and everything is going good and then the sex is whack? Then what?
It's just whack. I don't know.
So I'm saying, would that mess the relationship up, or would the relationship keep going? Or?
Show you in the comments. He talking about, what are we talking about? We're talking about in the beginning, show you from Dominican Republic. In the beginning, we're just now dating. How long should we wait before we have the first sexual intercourse? That's what we're talking about. and we're gonna move on. But that's what we were talking about. I want to move into our next video. We're gonna be talking about unconditional love, man. What you guys know about unconditional love, man?
Unconditional love is loyalty to me, no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether you got a job, you don't have a job, and everything fails, you got sick. Like, I don't think people understand that. Like, you can meet somebody, they could be the provider, be everything, but then a mental illness appear or health, an attack came. Are you really gonna still be with this person? And like he said, the sex ain't good. People change. So
Yeah.
it's like, unconditional. It's like, I love this person's spirit, their soul.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you know what? You know what?
Looking at looks.
You know what? I want to go back to that video because when she's saying, matter of fact, when she's saying what she said about, if you can make me shut my mind down and relax me and all that, make me back to a little girl and all that stuff. What if she does all that and the sex ain't good? See, I think women, they not finna and listen, women have deal breakers too. Let's just put it out there. We got deal breakers too, but I don't think a woman's gonna stay with you if you can't please her. It is what it is. If you can't please her, listen, it's gonna be every time y'all get time at night to do this thing, it's gonna be ugly, bro. Because she ain't gonna be able to hide that disappointment in her face so much.
It goes back to like, it depends on, like, if it's brand new, then yeah, a girl's gonna probably leave. But if it's somebody, if things change in a relationship, the sex could stop being good, her thing could stop working. I mean, things can happen. And if you at that point, then they gotta be unconditional at that point. But in the beginning, if she talks to him, maybe they can communicate. Maybe he don't know a lot of stuff. But if you're referring to like size, there's nothing that a woman can do. You know what I'm saying? She could try to work with him, but sometimes it's not about the size. Sometimes it's like a emotional connection. Like, for me, it's about the connection.
Yeah.
It's not about the size, and none of that stuff matters to me. If we don't have no chemistry or anything, then we're not gonna feel anything.
Yeah. You got to be connected in that, and yeah, you got to be connected. Show You says, there are different women for different situations. One night stands are a thing, but the same time that one night stand could lead to marriage. Lena from Alabama says, real love is when you grow in love with each other. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate that, Lena. And I appreciate that comment, Show You. All right, so let's get into this next video. And we're gonna react to it.
For real. You want to hear the most fucked up thing about life? Sometimes you meet people just to show them what true unconditional love is. And sometimes those people met you to show you not to be so naive with that true unconditional love. And regardless of how you look at it, it's a win-win situation for both parties. One person was shown what true love was, and well, the other one was shown that everybody doesn't deserve that love. That's a hard pill to swallow, man. For real.
All right, so we're talking about unconditional love. Don't be naive, man. Don't be naive. If you actually are really in love with someone and they're not reciprocating, or you don't even feel like they're not their actions or their words, don't be naive to give your love. Your love is special. Your unconditional love is strong and it's undeniable, but you have to receive the same thing that you're giving out.
For me, what he was breaking down is actually basically saying, don't be bitter. Take every situation as a learning situation. It's giving unconditional love. For me, like I said, you have to give unconditional love regardless. But then when you see that the person does not deserve the unconditional love, you have to be able to say, hey, this is not for me. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people get get tied up in for different situations as we spoke about earlier. So it calls you not to fall back on somebody and say, hey, this is not a situation or relationship that we should be in. But that unconditional love, you should never stop it with every relationship that you start. You should always start. Everybody should have the benefit of the doubt when you first meet them. When you first start a relationship, you have to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You can't go in with issues from the past person, or you're gonna jack up because this person here might be the one that's worth you giving an unconditional love to long term. So for me, I'm always coming in unconditional love from the get go. I don't hold nothing against you. If I'm saying I'm gonna try this with you, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give my all. I'm not gonna shortchange you. Again, because I understand if it don't work, it wasn't my fault. It is what it is. I see you. I'll go on and try it again.
Okay.
Well, I'm a hopeless romantic. So, like he said, it was a win-win situation. Like you said earlier, Sebastian, don't be bitter about it because either one person learned the lesson, the other person learned love. And when you find a situation when both of y'all found love, then that's true love. But at the end of the day, some people was raised based off love. Some people was raised based off survival. The ones that been raised off survival, they're going to meet people that are lovers, and they needed that. And that could hurt the other person. But at the end of the day, you needed to have a backbone, because overly loving other people and not yourself probably would have taught the other person self-care and self-love. So you shouldn't be bitter about it. I just feel like life experience is to teach us, not to hurt us. And even if it hurt us, what did you learn from it? You can't, now you know the red flags, so that means you shouldn't be in this situation again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Don't hold on to that hurt. I'm telling you, because you don't get hurt, especially young, because people don't understand the work that you have to put into a relationship. Everybody just believe I'm in a relationship, so I'm good. No, a relationship is work. You got to actually be doing, because the whole purpose of a relationship is for it to grow. If something is growing, that means if you look at any fruit, that got seed in it or anything, it always have to bust open for something to come out. So that means it's going to be some work. It's going to be a little bit of pain, a little bit of stuff just for you to be able to grow. So we have to start understanding, not just look at everything as like, oh, I'm in a relationship now, I'm all good. No, it's the growth that has to go on, because it's levels. Even though we're in a relationship and we work and you want to get to that level to where I can ask this person, or this person gonna ask me to be their fiance. Then when I get to that level, now I want to work towards this, building this great foundation that when we get married, now our marriage can last forever. I don't have to worry about how we're gonna break up in 2 years, 3 years, because we were not honest. We were not, having real conversations. We were not understand that everything is not gonna be perfect. All the good times should heavily outweigh the bad times. You're gonna have some bad stuff. Stuff's gonna happen. That's just how life works. So it's how are you gonna be able to adapt and grow from those things? Then once you get to this point, you should already be at that unconditional love part. When you up here getting married, and I'm at the point of marriage, you should be at unconditional love, because why are you even at the altar if you're not at unconditional love? Because the perfect person, neither one of y'all gonna be perfect. That's a fact. You're gonna still have stuff to work on, but the unconditional love will help you guide that person, navigate that person through, because you loving them through the stuff they're going through, not just turning your back on them or talking crazy about them, because you have grown this over time. So you should know the character of your person. You should know the spirit of your person. So, and the energy of your person. You should know these things when you get to that point.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna get into our last video, man. We're at an hour and 29 minutes. Now, this last video is a little spicy. It's Charleston White. And he's talking about the different women sexually. So we're gonna get into this last video, and then we're gonna respond to it, and then we're gonna get out of here. All right, so here's the video.
Oh, okay. Let's see it, man. But I'm
You're lazy fucker too. I just fuck good. If you ain't never had no Mexican pussy, don't go there. I'm telling you. Why you think everybody running over there to the Kardashians? And now the black woman, she lazy when she fuck. Because the black woman is selfish. It's all about her. You gotta please her. Man,
I don't think all black women are lazy.
They self-centered. It's natural. Man,
So
I
do you
love
like black
women. I
women or
fuck the
no?
shit out of black women. You asked me a question. Which one is better? And I'm explaining to you why she's better, why the Mexican pussy is better than the black woman. Why you think the Cardi B's and until little Megan Thee Stallion came along with them bend the knees kind of riding it, the black woman don't fuck like that. The black woman later. Listen, when the black man get off work, the black woman ain't sucking his dick in the car. She ain't catching him at the door. No, listen. The Spanish woman is more dominant in bed than any other woman. The Asian woman is more subservient. That's why they have Asian bathhouses. The black woman is not trained and raised to serve. The black woman is raised up by her mother, watching her mother take through the abuse to serve. The black woman don't see her mama serve nobody.
I got so much to say. He just said.
Yeah.
First of all, what he neglected to say, he talked about all these races about the black mamas raising. So that means we are neglecting from the fathers. If a Hispanic has that and an Asian has that, that means they had the support in the both parents growing up, so they understand the servant part or to please. He's referring to this like, first of all, black women are not lazy. We have to stand on our own in so many situations. So that was ignorant for him to say that. Secondly, if you see somebody raise their mom in a single, so why would she feels like, you know what, I'm not selfish, but I have to care about me as well too. You know, it ain't something, it's not our fault that some people raised with no parents. That's not, you know, but the culture wise, a lot of black men are absent. There's a lot of single mothers out here, more than any other race when it comes to the black community. So the black woman get blamed for being strong or being fed up. It's crazy. And I want my one with him too.
Yeah.
He ignorant. He don't make no sense to me. You don't even dress like a grown man.
Yeah.
For me, the it's all you when you say all of anything, you lose me. But
Right.
you have to have, for me is having. I had both my parents, and like I said, my parents been together for, you know, till my mother passed 2 years ago. So I mean they've been there for a long time, you know. So they showed us what unconditional love was. My dad taught me how you supposed to treat a woman, how you supposed to conduct yourself. So then I have friends that their father wasn't in their life. You know what I'm saying? Some of my friends' father went in their life because their mother was playing games. Some of them fathers went in their life because the father just didn't want to be there. So it's so many different dynamics and so many different things that's causing issues. And this thing just, well, my black friends, I have white friends that's the same way. Some of them have both their parents, even having both their parents didn't guarantee they would be successful, because some of them, their parents was doing crazy stuff. So all this, what I'm trying to explain is that it's going to take, it's a lot of issues and a lot of situations that cause people to just, you know, be how they're going to be. So we have to start to, again, for me, it's all about the healing and the helping. We have to be honest. We have to have real conversation. We have to have, you know, real stuff going on. A lot of the people that's, when a woman is not allowing the man to be there, is she raising, if he has sons, is she raising the son to be a man and caring, or is she raising the son to be like he is her boyfriend? You can't touch him, you can't say nothing to him, everything, I have to do everything for him. Or is she saying, no, I need you to get out here and conduct yourself this way? Is she putting male role models in his life? Is she having other, because I don't care who you are, I have all girls. I don't care who, and I'm outstanding as a father. But I know without my wife teaching my daughter stuff was the stuff that I don't know. That's women stuff I have no idea about. I see some stuff, so I can kind of like generalize, but I don't have no real clue of what's going on with women. So you have to have a woman there to teach those areas, to be able to train them up in those areas, the same way as we have to have with our men. So again, when he says all, he messes up his whole argument is shot when he says the word all. But if he started saying, hey, we have women that's in this here, that this is going on, this is what the case is most of the time. When we have this going on, this is what's happening most of the time. You can't just say all the time, because it's never all the time. But you can have a perfect situation and have a guy that's out here just straight ignorant. You know, you can have because again, I can talk about my family. I have family members that had, you know, they're just their mother, and they are outstanding. My cousin is outstanding. He lives here too, outstanding. It was just his mother. Yeah. I have other family members that had their mother and their father, and they ate up to the 18th power. That's just how the process works. So you can never say all. You just have to understand that people grow in different ways and at different speeds, and we have to be able to determine and be honest with these people. I tell everybody, if you come around me, you're gonna get the truth. If you're not right, you're just not right. I'm gonna tell you that you're not right. I'm not gonna try to play with you. I'm not gonna try to pretend, because I'm trying to get back to that standard that we had, to where we had the Black Wall Street, the Tulsa, the Rosewoods. I'm trying to get back to that in our communities where we actually are like that. We tight. We're building up stuff instead of us being ate up and tore down.
Yeah, you know the thing about Charleston, man, is that sometimes he'll actually say something that make damn sense. Like he'll hit on some good things, and you'll be like, okay, I like that. But 2 minutes later, he'll say some shit, and you just be like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, I agree with you, what you said, Sebastian. He can't say all. He definitely can't say all. He should say, in my experiences, you know, what he experienced, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely can't say all. And that he know this is something he should not say, because he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know. You know, my experiences tell me this. Now, if I tell you that I had my experiences is blase, I can tell you that's the truth, because that's what I experienced. But I can't say everybody and everything that looks like this is going to be like this. That's crazy. That's crazy to say. You know, like they say, black people love watermelon. Black people love chicken. You can't say there's some people out there, black, that do not like chicken or do not like watermelon or whatever the case might be. All black people don't smoke weed. It is what it is. You can't give a large group a label like that. You know what I'm saying? Show you says what he is saying is that some modern women are not wanting to be submissive. So okay, so he's saying, show you, let me put this comment up. Show you from the Dominican Republic is saying, what he's saying is some modern women are not wanting to be submissive. Well, that's something else though. Show you he's saying, because he's saying what he said.
Right. He said about submission. That mother told me you lazy. He said lazy in bed. Yeah. Period. Now again, it's the women out here that are big different will show you different, and they are black. You know what I'm saying? So this fellow cannot all just generalize everybody. Yeah, even modest. There's some modern women that's off the chain. They very sexual people. So you can't just say that everybody is lazy and big, but that is not the case. It's just like you said earlier. The guy he's speaking some good stuff. You know, because a lot of times he's talking about accountability, and then he'll bust out with just like something like this that how you like, man, what you doing, man? Yeah. But
how does that relate to being submissive? Far as a female in bed having sex with her man, husband, whatever, how does that relate to lazy and being submissive? So is a submissive girlfriend, submissive wife, is she willing to do, or is she willing to have no limits in the bed or whatever? Unique.
Well, I think he was taking like being submissive in the bedroom. It's like a girl saying, "Oh, I don't want to have sex today. We can have sex tomorrow." If that's your man and that's what he wants, you need to submit to that, because that's to me, that again, it goes back to a job. If you're not giving it to him, he gonna get it from somebody else. And I know people gonna say, "Well, he gonna do that anyways," but we're not talking about that. We're talking about your responsibility and your role in that relationship. Just like if you was horny and he wasn't, and he be like, "I'm not in the mood," you're gonna get mad as a woman. But like, why you not doing that? So I feel like women sometimes be selfish. So if your man say he want a sandwich at 3:00 in the morning, get up and make him a sandwich at 3:00 in the morning. That's your man. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of women, you know, I think what he was trying to say is a lot of black women be like, "Oh no, we're not doing all this," but it's not the majority. Just like a lot of Hispanic won't do it neither, especially for him. Like, what is he talking about? Mm-hmm. We could bring him on the line.
Yeah.
And like she was saying with the with submission is a whole different understanding. Now we talking about the submission part to that level. You passed the early dating stage. We talking about marriage. This is my fiance or this is my wife. We get ready to get married. This is a whole different conversation to have. This is now when you talking about again submission. We going back to traditional relationships. When you talking about being submissive and all those things, this is traditional relationship. So when we talking traditional, we talking biblical. So let's go back to what it says. Again, I'm going to say this again for the people that didn't hear me the last time that was sitting way in the back. It starts off by saying the husband and wife are supposed to submit to each other. So when you hear both submit, everybody's like, oh, the man ain't supposed to submit to it. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's telling you the order. God, the man, the woman. The man has to submit to God. The woman submits to the man. If the man is submitting it to God, it's absolutely easy for a woman that's saying she wanted traditional to submit to the man. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and following that role of tradition, you will get those traditional responses when you have a woman that is following those that's in that same tradition. Like she said, hey, when your husband say, hey, I want to have sex tonight, you don't say no because you understand, hey, this man is doing his job. He wants sex tonight. I'm gonna have sex tonight. It's the same operation when she's saying, hey, we need this at our house, or this needs to happen at our house, and he's making it happen. He's not saying, no, I'm not doing that. That's not how it works. So again, if you're gonna be traditional, if we're gonna talk traditional, we have to have rules in place. So we're just saying you in a relationship, we're going with the new day and age where you can just do what you want, you know what I'm saying, and all these things, because what we have to understand is that when a man is saying, hey, I'm only focusing on you. I don't want to have sex with anybody else. You are my person that I'm going to when it's time for sex. Men are extremely sexual individuals. So I'm gonna say from my experience, All-Star, men are very sexual beings. So when he is giving up everything and you are the only one, you denying him is crushing him. You denying him is causing a problem inside of him because he has given his all. He's saying, I'm giving up all that out there and I'm focused on you. You are the only person. So when I need this, I got to come to you. It's the same when a woman is saying, hey, I'm giving up all these. I'm giving up that I had, Johnny and Tim. I can call Tim. Tim will pay my rent. I ain't got to do all that. I can call Johnny. Johnny going to pay this car note. But if I'm with you, I'm giving up Tim and Johnny because I got you. So now I got to do my job. I can't be now trying to say, I need you to be sexual for me when I need you to be sexual, but I'm not going to fulfill my role when it's time for that role to be fulfilled. And that's the place that we got to get to if we're trying to have successful and traditional relationships.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for being so long-winded, but that needed to be said.
It goes back to Unique. It goes back to before on a couple podcasts, we had conversations about when women say, I ain't never turned my husband down in 20 some years. I ain't never said no to my husband in this many amount of years. I feel like the reason why some of those women have said that on the podcast in the past is because they feel like that's a bullet point, that check mark that shows them as above. You know what I'm saying? Going above. Like maybe a lot of women are not doing that, but I would say it was a black female that had, all the females have said that on the podcast have been black females that said they wanted to highlight that they have never turned down their husband. But why would you be saying that if you don't think that it's a stigma that we all turn our husbands down? You know what I'm saying? Like you're using that as a selling point.
Right. It's really nothing to brag about. It's something it's a lifestyle. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So you don't get no cool points for doing that because your husband is not going to get no cool point for paying the bills and protecting you. That's just what the role that we have to play. And they're probably saying it because they're trying to say, the modern day new females are not doing that, not cooking and cleaning, but that's why they're not wives. Mm-hmm. That's why they're city girls. They don't want to be wives. And the ones that are wives are overlooked. It goes back to the green flags we was talking about. There's a lot of women out here waiting to be that wife, but some men want the red flag women. So it's just about meeting the right person at the right time.
Yeah. I agree. It's a lot of give and take, man. It's a lot of give and take. Like Sebastian said, we are by nature, we could have sex more than you guys, you know what I'm saying? By nature, that's what we have in us. So when you're not getting it from the person that you only can get it from, that I'm not going to say it's going to make you cheat. We talked about that too, but you expect to get it from that one person that you want to get it from. You expect it to be, I don't want to have to tap dance for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to tap dance for it. I don't want to have to beg for it. It should be naturally. It should just be effortlessly that, tonight is the night. You just know it's happening, but you don't have to, wish and get a lottery ticket just to constantly, get some sex.
And then we have to be adults, though. So for me, I understand when I became a man. I'm gonna say I became a man when I turned about 30. All those other years, you're still a little lost. And I was married before then. But you start to understand it's not just about that. It's about that bond that we have. It's about, so you're gonna have sex again. We don't have those type of problems because now you understand what's going on. You don't have to be like some little horny dog. You every time you turn around, you trying to, hey, come over here on this table, come on this counter, come on this couch. You just out of control. You start to understand that, hey, life is a balance. So all these things have a purpose and a point in it. Don't just be out here going crazy. But then you lose. Yeah, you might have sex, but then you lose in the woman because you're not actually understanding. Like for me, when you have to start understanding, pay attention to your woman. Like, hey, she having a really bad time today. You know what I'm saying? But if you understand, if I'm out here and our day is going smooth, I'm actually, we actually having a good time. The energy is different. Yeah, so you can't just come in here and just be on this. Hey, I'm going to come out here. I just feel the need. And again, sometimes you're gonna be in the mood where you're just in the mood. It's gonna be your wife sometimes. Sometimes it's you. But you have to still have a balance in that, not just make it just be about, well, your wife just a constant pin cushion every single day, all day. You know what I'm saying? You got to start having some understanding and some control about yourself to, make this thing be where it's a beautiful thing instead of just like a task.
Yeah. What would you say? What would you guys say is a healthy sex relationship? How many times in 7 days in a week? How many times? If it's healthy, just healthy.
I mean, I don't really have a time because there's been times we went all 7 days. There's been time we went once. There's been time we ain't went none. So for me, it's healthy because our relationship is outstanding. So it happens so smooth.
Okay, I know that some people work late. Some people may have a headache. I know things like that. But let's just say for 7 days, you guys are right there together. You're watching TV, you're eating dinner for 7 days. Nobody's working late. Nobody's tired. Nobody's sick. Nobody's having a situation for 7 days. If you're fully in love and this is the one I'm with for life, this is the one, I'm a provider. I'm doing everything for her. This is the one I would die for. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I took out all the possible reasons why tonight's not tonight.
I mean, I say 3 to 4 times, or
3 to 4?
we're free every day. I mean,
every day.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7 days. That's okay.
Man, y'all crazy. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Shoot, if everything's smooth, I took I ain't messed with no slingshots about 2 months. Oh boy, it's on and popping. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about. Let me say this again. We're not talking about newlyweds because y'all talking about newlyweds every day. That's newlywed stuff.
Listen, everybody knows. I've been married for 22 years, bro.
I'm talking about if we're available, we're in love, and that's what we on. It could be every day.
If you're in the comment section, I need to know if it's every day. Y'all agree with that? Every day, if we're available,
it's going to be like 3 to 4 times realistically. But if you have a choice, I don't see a problem every day.
Yeah.
I ain't got no. I'm telling you right now, I don't have a number because if it's going good, it's just going good. I'm trying to tell you. If it's relaxing times, ain't really no work stuff going on. It's on and popping.
I guess what I'm saying, it's a bunch of variables to what Charleston is saying, you know what I'm saying? He might be saying that I don't know, you get it more. He's not saying it's better, but maybe he's saying you get it more, Sebastian, or something like that, or more.
But you get more. What I believe what he's trying to explain is that when you out here, you're not really locked in. You're just thinking that you're supposed to just pound on a woman. Of course, it's gonna be like, I'm sick of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Again, come on. So then you're gonna get the ladies because your mentality is all you is trying to use woman for as a pin cushion. Sex don't supposed to be no hour and a half, 2 hours. Every time y'all get in the bed, you've been watching porn over too, but you trying to beat this woman insides out instead of trying to make love to this woman.
What's the time limit, Sebastian? What's the time limit?
I mean, I'm 15, 20 minutes is what you got. I'm trying to tell you. And it's gonna be, hey, I guarantee it's gonna be I'm talking about the actual intercourse. You know what I'm saying? Actual intercourse. You get about 15, 20. I'm not gonna be up here doing all that. You're not pleasing nobody with that stuff. You thinking again, our mentality is porno, so we thinking.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, you can't be no minute man, Sebastian. Listen, you can't be no I would say
20 minutes ain't no minute. What you mean?
Listen, if you really working, I'm gonna say over 10 minutes. If you really working, if you're actually in her head, you touching her brain, far as what y'all doing, the way y'all moving, the way y'all looking at each other. You're not just touching her, but you're in her head. You know, that's 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, that's good. That's good.
I'm telling you, 15, 20 minutes of actual intercourse. Oh, I guarantee you we're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? We'll be there all the time. 15, 20. I'm not gonna be in there for no 2 hours. I'm gonna wasting time. What you doing?
Wait. Sebastian, now, are you including the foreplay? Are you including
that's what I'm telling you, just the intercourse part. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man, with the game. You ain't in there with your penis inside a woman for no hour and a half. Are you crazy? You tripping?
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
When you got that connection, when you in there, it's like like fireworks. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't it ain't gonna take you no hour to be locked in on that because you already emotionally connected. Me and my wife emotionally connected, so
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Listen, if you trying to they use the word smash or whatever you're trying to do, you making love or you just, it's that time and y'all just effing. It don't matter. But if you're in her head, bruh, I say 10 minutes, bruh, she gonna be happy if you're in her head, bruh.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But if y'all got that connection, that's what makes the sex outstanding. You just over just pounding on them, bro. I mean,
you just firing off.
What's the purpose? You know what I'm saying? What's the point? I mean, what you getting out of really? I'm trying to figure out. I'm asking you, what are you getting out of that? I'm trying to figure out.
What you about 40, 50 minutes, hour? You didn't get
just pound on them for an hour. I mean, what you getting from that? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. Nah, you're not really getting that. I want to know what Sebastian, when you get older too, when you in your 50s, you in your 45, 50s, 55s, your body start changing too. You know what I'm saying? Your body start changing. So a lot of men at the age 55 and on up, they gotta, they ain't gonna be able to go no damn hour, no damn 45 minutes, an hour and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain age, you don't have an option. Your ass gonna be doing the 15-minute thing.
Yeah, I mean they got all kind of pills and stuff now. These boys they taking them early now.
That was what I was gonna segue into. How do women feel that if your man has to take a pill to satisfy you?
But it goes back to what we was talking about earlier about unconditional love, because people change, people get older, things change. So if that's what he got to do at that moment, it shouldn't be a problem, as long as you're getting pleased.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys.
The chemistry. And that's why I said if every day it shouldn't be a problem. Like he said, 10 or 15 minutes. Who's doing it for like 2-3 hours? That don't make sense.
But what I guess what I was saying, Unique. If your man tells you I'm about to take this pill, you about ready? Or that's you're killing the mood. That's a turnoff for your man to say, hey, I just took this pill. We about ready in about an hour.
Well, he don't have to tell me. I can have a knowledge of it, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna judge the situation. Like,
And then on top of that, just say when the man takes the pill, he's Hercules, right? That's a whole different 15 minutes, right? But when you catch him hitting on that pill, it's not gonna be the same Hercules 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it is what it is.
again,
Well,
I'm about emotional connection. So it don't, like I was saying earlier, it don't have to be all the extra. If I'm connected to the person, we're gonna have good sex. Period.
Yeah.
Everything is mental, so like none of that other stuff matters. But some women, everything matters. The size, how they look, everybody's different. It goes back to what we was talking about. Everybody got to find their person.
Yeah.
I'm with 100% agreeing. So once you lock in mentally with that person, it's a wrap. I'm trying to tell you, hey, it's over with. Because once you got that connection, every time is amazing. I'm like, man, this is, again, I could think back when I was younger, I'm doing all this crazy stuff. But again, it was just like, it was no connection. It was just sex. It was no connection. I didn't have no desire of pleasing this woman. My whole intent is for me to put on this show like I'm some type of, putting on great sexual endeavor. And the whole time I was lost. I didn't understand what was going on. You know what I'm saying? When all I had to do was just lock in, focus, get me somebody and have that connection, and we can, eliminate all that stupidity.
Yeah. I like what comment Jernice. Y'all shout out to Jernice here from Atlanta. She says, yes, all-star. I don't need my man to make an announcement. Just do it. All right. Nice. I like that comment. Thank you for that comment, Janice. Guys, I guess we're at the end, man. We're right at 2 hours, man. I want to thank you guys for coming on for part 5, man. Dating in the dating game in 2024, man. It was a good conversation. Unique, I hope I can get you back here. And I also would love to go on your show, Unique.
Yeah, it's Diva Talk Show. Yeah, it's on Sundays on TV 1061. You can download it, install it from Roku, or you can actually go to the YouTube page. And it's 2 shows. So it's Diva Talk Show from 3 to 4, and then they have Keen Talk Show where you get the male perspective.
Okay, nice.
Real dope.
All right. We got a comment from Kyla Young. Kyla Young says, hello all. I can agree with Unique and Sebastian. My husband and I have been married for 15 years, and our emotional connections keeps us locked in like day one. Nice. And Jernice said, you're welcome. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Jernice. All right, man. Listen, we're going to get out of here. Sebastian, you got anything else you want to say? Long-winded, guys. The guy's long-winded. You had to cut this out.
Yeah. Just because I have to try. I'm trying to get our people back on track, man. We tripping out here, man. We tripping. I'm trying to get us back on track, but it's a beautiful conversation. Again, Unique, awesome perspective, awesome views. You know what I'm saying? All-star is always excellent host and commentator of this operation. You know what I'm saying? To this show. I ain't even called the podcast. No, this is a show. This is a real show here, fella. And I appreciate you even inviting me on. And I'll have a great time every time, man.
Yes, sir.
And again, thank you for the invite. And I love that we all had different perspective. Single, it came from a single man, engaged, and married.
Yep.
So it's all like you said, Sebastian. All got to make sense. Get back to the family dynamics. Whether what race you in, it doesn't matter. Just getting back to finding your person from the dating to engaged to being married.
All right, we got a message from Show You. He says, thank you, Unique and Sebastian. Listen, everybody's showing y'all love. Y'all ain't like nothing I said.
Yeah. I appreciate that. We try our best to be right. You know what I'm saying?
I have to cut up the next episode 6 is gonna be fire because I'm gonna be in here. Episode 6 gonna be fire.
Ladies, take accountability. Let's take accountability. This
right.
Is the reason we in. It's okay to take accountability because we're not always right. We're not.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. I like that unique. I like that. Not because you're saying you're just for both sides. I can generally see that you're for both sides. Right is right, and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? All right, we out here, man. Peace.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Listen, I thank you guys for taking time, man, to get on Straight Up TV, man. I am your slingshot platform, man, for YouTube. Anytime you feel like you want to come by, man, if you have a conversation, man, if you have something to say that for the betterment of the slingshot community, man, please contact me and come on the show, man. So let's close out. Let's close out with everybody, you know what I'm saying?